husband and I, almost every weekend, this was one of our stops. And I remember coming here when they were celebrating their 90th anniversary and wouldn't let me in. I had paid my money on this bad denim outfit. And they wouldn't let me in because they said it was a blue jean outfit and they don't let nobody in wearing blue jeans. That was quite a few years ago. And when David called me, and David and I go back, it's a little over 30 years or more. Way back in the day. You know, I see so many of my friends around here. And when David called and asked if I would stop, and I said absolutely, because number one, I love David. Number two, Art Social Club been around a long time, just like me. And I started back in the day in the projects. 26 South Exeter Street, apartment 4F, Flag House Court Project. That's where it started. And I can also tell you about welfare. I was on welfare, standing up on Greenmount Avenue for government cheese. That was the best cheese. Powdered milk, powdered eggs. You know, this was time when you take your baby to the well baby clinic. They didn't call you Mrs. Robinson. Everybody was just mother. Remember that? I'm going way back, y'all. And this book, this is my 8th book. 8th published book. I've written 11 books. And this is number 8. Number 9 will be out the last of this year. And this talks about my journey from the outhouse in Alabama to the courthouse in Baltimore to the boardroom of a business that I started in the basement of my home with an unemployment check and took that into a multi-million-dollar project with 162 people on my payroll. I've done training in Africa, Argentina, Korea. You know, God has been good to this soul. It took 18 years for me to get my bachelor's degree. Now I have a degree from Johns Hopkins University, University of Baltimore, Coppin, but it took 18 years for me to get that first one. That's because I was in the streets. You know, I taught in prison for 7 years, and I used to tell the guys, I said, look, I can talk to you about Purple Haze and Quaaludes and uppers, and I can go there. And ain't none of that new. We did all this before you got here. In this book I talk about, I integrated the restrooms in the court system. All right. Also, I talk about, I started women being able to wear slacks to the workplace. And also for black women to be able to wear their natural hairdo. This was back in the 60s. And I also talk about some of the people along the way. We have hidden figures here in Baltimore, like Sandra Banks and Hattie Harrison and Ruth Kirk, and all of those who came before me. I also talk about why did I go to Annapolis? Because there was nobody there representing me that could talk about minority businesses. Nobody that was a minority business owner can tell me what was needed. And then when I went on to the Senate, I can tell you so many things that I've done. But most of you, you've done the same thing. You know, each one of my books, I've written 11 books, and each one of my books talk about a journey that I have taken, that God has led me to do. And that's what I want to tell all of you. Write your books if it's only one, so that those coming behind you will know what it is that you have done and can come along and do the same thing. Just like you stood on somebody's shoulder, somebody's standing on yours. You know, that was the reason Ray Haysbert and Walter Dean and Barry Hampton and I started the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce, so that individuals who are going in business can do the same thing. So I just wanted to say I'm so glad to be here, and I'm glad that you're still my friend.
Keep watching BMoreNews.com, the news before the news.
I'll be around.
Where we uncover the truth.
And this is for you, Dave.